Hello, it is Kitchen Counter Oracle. Fire signs, I am so sorry, but it's just, I cannot carve out time to do this damn video to save my life. Like, everything is written down. It's just, I cannot carve out time to do it. And I'm assuming that it's just not a good time to do it. I'll try again around the new moon, even though I don't like to do new moon channelings. I'll try again. I can't promise anything. But Mercury in retrograde is coming to a close tomorrow. Keep in mind that we still have the post shadow. And the thing about Mercury in retrograde is it brings up the past. It brings up past instances, people, places, things, like lessons you may very well need to go over. And some people just need to learn how to let the fuck go. Let go. Somebody here has imprinted on somebody, but the person being imprinted on does not reciprocate. This person is mentally ill on steroids. And the funny thing is I'm going to use okay, they want me to use it. There is a classmate of mine from high school that pulled a full Michael Myers on his mama back in 2017, I think. One of the readers I listen, like about the only reader I listen to now, kept saying the name Carl and Brandon. I know a lot of Brandons. I knew a Carl when I was in college. I didn't know of any Carls in high school and stuff like that. But I pull up the person because like this person kept coming up in my third eye yesterday while I was trying to like clean up the kitchen and do some laundry and stuff like that. And of course, you're not really going to find him on Facebook and stuff like that anymore. And like, even if you do find anything on him wise in that regard, you're not going to see updates that are recent because the man is going to be locked up the rest of his damn life. Like, his mental issues were so deep that he was on the fence of being considered legally capable of functioning and commitment. I don't know, I remember this case like it was yesterday because I've heard of some gruesome things, but this one just brings it home for me. And the detective sergeant that was over the case was actually our SRO in high school. He's quoted in the article for saying that, quote unquote, Brandon told him that demons told him to kill her, angels told him to clean her. And it's just like, oh my. And the funny thing is this guy actually lived across the street from my high school best friend and her family. So they were all a tight-knit group. And I was occasionally over at my friend's house and stuff like that. And I mean, when he would come over, when I was there at times. And I remember one time he just stripped down to his boxers. And I'm like, okay, what the hell? And he's a Sagittarius, so he's just a big old goofball, basically. But there was always something that said, hey, this person likes you. But there was also something that says you need to stay as far away from him as possible. So that's what I did. I never entertained his hints and stuff like that because there was just something in the back of my head screaming, get away from him. And then this whole thing plays out a few years later with the deactivation of his mama. And it's like, ugh. But the problem is, if somebody here is still clinging to the past in that regard, but, I'm forgetting. Old boy was all up in my third eye along with his friend group yesterday, and stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, let me find his friend that I know to be his friends and block them real quick, because I ain't about to deal with all that, because we're about to have our 20-year reunion next year, and again, I'm just not going. Period, point blank. It's genuinely no love lost for me. But, I guess that's what it is. I don't know, because I have a lot of folks from high school in my graduating class blocked. Like, I have no interest in maintaining a relationship with all that. But I pulled up the articles of old boy's case. His first name is Carl. His first name is Carl. And it's just like, I'll be goddamned. And then other readings I've listened to in the past of somebody is locked up, but they're telling their friends and stuff like that how to do things to you. And it's just like, these motherfuckers, I know goddamn well. Because I have had a lot of Gemini and Cancerian energy floating around as of late, and it's like, who and what the hell? What are his best friends? Gemini and Cancer. I kept hearing the name Jake. One of their names is Jacob. Also heard Jack. One of their names is Jack. And it's like, I swear on my mother's tomb and footstools, if you little bitches try to do something, I swear to God. Because I will tell you this here and now, it does not matter. Oh, another thing that came to my mind as I was walking out the door this morning was Queen Charlotte in Bridgerton. Queen Charlotte never changed her style. Like, the style that was in when she met her husband, King George, that was the style she maintained until the day she died, so George would recognize her and stuff like that. Mentally ill folks from the past want them, I don't know what this is, but somebody from the past wants something to not change. The you they remember, that's the way they want you to stay. And it's like, I am about to break noses, crack some knuckles, swing a baseball bat, something. Because if it's anything I cannot stand, it is stuck, stagnant energy. Because this person from my high school is not even part of my soul group. And one of the things I've learned that I attract, it is mentally ill people in dire need of healing. And the thing is, you can't help everybody. You cannot save everybody. Like, this man is on lockup until the day he dies. Period, point blank. He's on lockup until the day he dies. This person is consumed by an entity. It is a lower level one, but the thing is, this entity cannot body jump. This is an entity incapable of body jumping from one to the next. And the only way they can get into a body is for the vessel to be the definition of weak. The weaker the mind, the weaker the vessel. And that's what a lot of folks who are not in the spiritual community don't understand. Now, you want to be impenetrable to a demon, you have to develop iron will like a motherfucker. You have to put your brain on lockdown. Because my thing is this, I also had a vision while I was cutting my grass last night of this same person from high school with a battering ram trying to get through the gates. And I'm like, lock this bitch down. Lock it down. Lock it down. Because unfortunately for him, I decide who the gate opens to and who it doesn't. That's where they fucked up. Like, I decide that. And so like, no, lock it down. Protect this fortress by any means necessary. If somebody got to drop, they got to drop. which is a problem, because the problem I have with this person from high school, he has supporters that are the definition of ride or die. The definition of ride or die. No matter what he's done, no matter what his problems are, these fools are the definition of loyalty, and he's got a lot of them. Like, anybody with functioning brain cells is like, oh, it's unfortunate he did stuff like that, but they've really gone on with their lives. This is like, I got to looking at the Facebook pages of one of the guys one time, and he was just going on and on and on about his music taste from high school. Like, a lot of his stuff was pure nostalgia. But at the same time, it's like, okay, we move on, please. Because of me, if all folks can move on, anybody can. But I think what somebody is not understanding here is that life goes on whether you're in lockup or not. It is not another person's job to babysit your mental and your emotional and spiritual well-being. And sometimes when mental health is really bad, things can cross a point of no return, and yes, you have to be held accountable for that, because to completely deactivate a person's vessel, that is the most heinous of heinous offenses. It's heinous. It's unforgivable. It cannot be overlooked. There was nothing about that ordeal that had self-defense attached to it. And my thing is, you can't help everybody. You cannot save everybody. And people with even if he managed to get out, nobody with functioning brain cells would come within 10 feet of him, especially me. I am not a therapist. I am not a psychologist. Somebody here is looking for help, but they're trying to bypass finding credible folks because they know that if they open their mouth, it's guaranteed commitment to a psych ward. But the problem is this person's grip on his sanity is slipping. And somebody, I was also hearing demonology Friday, and I don't know who the hell is playing with demons, but you really need to stop. The Ouija boards, you need to stop, because these demons, once they overrun your vessel, they are going to have you do some shit that no judge is going to overlook. No judge is going to overlook that. It is guaranteed conviction. And again, it's not people's jobs to cater to your comfort. Because some of these spirit teams of the people you're trying to hog tie energetically, they're about to start collecting obituaries. And you know what? That ain't my problem. The angel of death is once again back on the fucking ground. And you know what? I know better than to interfere with her. I know better. It's like, oh, hey, bestie, you here again? Cool. I ain't getting in her way. Baby, you done lost your damn mind if you think I'm gonna get in her way. But my thing is this, if old boy from high school, they're friends and whatnot, if they come on my property, it's a guaranteed police report. Mess with my job, guaranteed police report. Mess with anything pertaining to my life and the lives of my family. You will face a karmic wrath so deep, you're not going to know what hit you. Because people think I'm playing. And I'm I'm not. People think I'm trying to speak things over their life. I'm not. I cannot tell you how many times I have warned people to stop what they are doing, only for them to be like, she doesn't know what she's talking about, only for the exact same thing I spoke about to manifest in their damn lives. Why didn't you say anything? I did, you stupid bitch. I did. Somebody here is doing some hoodoo work and they are not authorized to do it. I swear on my mother's tomb and footstone. And whoever buried my name in the cemetery again, you're marked. And with that, everybody have a good day.